couple of things. First of all, the touchdown pass was nice in the sense that it was a quick throw. It was from the pocket, and he didn't throw it too hard. It was the first throw of the game. He could have thrown it into the front row of the stands, but didn't. It was a nice throw. It was a good play. I thought it was interesting that he could have been the difference in the game if it. I mean, he essentially was, right? They won by 8, and that was a 7-point play. So in a sense, he kind of was a difference in the game. And I think we thought, he wasn't. He didn't play that much, but that was an important 7 points. And I think we all kind of knew that he was probably going to score 7 points at some point in this game. And they would need the 7 points, and we were expecting he would run for it. But what's interesting is his run plays didn't work. It was the pass play that worked. The Lions were really prepared for the runs that the Niners ran with Trey Lance, which is interesting. They must have watched the Niners tape and said, they don't trust him throwing the ball. So let's just have our Trey Lance game plan will be practice the quarterback runs, the quarterback draw, quarterback sweep in the zone read, easy, and it boom. And they did a good job against that. Also, the other thing I want to say is I don't think the Niners block particularly well for those plays. And I'm not blaming him. I think this is what happens when, you don't give Trey Lance very many reps with the starters. These run plays aren't things they've practiced very much. They've been practicing these other runs with Jimmy Garoppolo for 5 years. This other stuff they've done sporadically the last couple of months, the last month. Also, they're way different. The runs they run with Trey Lance where he's involved, where they're like reading things, are way different than the runs they run with Jimmy Garoppolo when he's under center. And we saw this in the Harbaugh era. I think when you try to get not necessarily specialize in something, when you try to just do everything, because they did the same thing with Alex Smith. They had this whole under center running game. They brought in Colin Kaepernick. They kept that and added the pistol zone read shotgun stuff too, to the point where the running game was huge. It was every play known to man. And they weren't great at the end of the Harbaugh time. They weren't particularly great at any of them. Some coaches like focusing on certain specific plays so you can get them down, be as close to perfect as possible. The Niners have always been good having a voluminous, big running game. But I think maybe the issue here is this is a symptom of Trey Lance not getting many reps with the starters. Now you want to throw in this whole new type of running game that George Kittle hasn't really played. I mean, he didn't do this in Iowa. He's never done this. A lot of these guys have never done this. And you're like, let's just go run the zone read. And you got guys missing blocks. You got Trey Lance getting hit in the backfield. I don't know. This Trey Lance package, I mean, it didn't work. It sucked. Let's say that. It sucked. Like the Taysom Hill stuff is better than this. The Taysom Hill runs. What worked was letting him throw. Letting him just be a quarterback. That worked. The Taysom Hill, Trey Lance go in and run and everyone knows it, that sucked. And it was the Lions who suck. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens with this Trey Lance package because it was a flop in the first game. He was not a flop. Package was a flop. He hit his throw. So I wonder to see I'm curious to see how they use him in the future. I don't know about just having him go in and running every time or hand off. That's kind of predictable. I think the whole reason you got him is that he can do so much more than that. So, hey, if Jimmy Garoppolo keeps playing well, they're not going to have the opportunity to see. But if Jimmy does the Jimmy things that I expect Jimmy to do, they're going to need Trey Lance to be real quarterback.